you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Welcome back, everybody, to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will be taking your calls shortly. 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-3776. Got plenty to talk about with the Trojans beating UCLA 29-10. The final.
Have you ever said that
SC
before?
I've been working with you long enough. Of course I have. Yeah.
UCLA?
Yeah. I did. I think I got that. From you.
You definitely got it.
I think I got that.
Yeah.
I think. 29-10 the final. SC 9-3 and the Bruins 3-9 as they'll be looking for a new head coach come
Who are they going to
next
hire?
year. Yeah.
Who is available? Who wants the job? How much is the budget?
All really good questions that they're talking about on another station right now, somewhere across town.
That's a nightmare, if you think about it. Where are you playing next year?
I mean, that's the thing, and I was going to get into that, but, I mean, look, UCLA going to SoFi, man, if there's one thing I feel like the Bruins have, I know the crowds haven't been great lately, but if there's one thing that program has going for it, I mean, it's playing your home games
at the Rose Bowl,
one of the, if not the best stadium in college football,
the granddaddy of
them all. I mean, to me, I feel like that's a reason to go to UCLA games in of itself. And again, they got to put a better product on the field, but. Neither here nor there. Maybe we'll circle back to that a little bit later on. We got to get into our game highlights presented by Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. And as Sue and I talked about in the last segment, Trojans took the ball first and came out fast and went straight down the field, and was King Miller who got him into the end zone for the first score.
King Miller's been the one back the entire time on this drive. No receivers to the near side. Now McCree comes in motion, handoff to Miller. Patient running, and it pays off as he goes inside the 5, finds enough of a hole to get down to the goal line in the end zone, and a 5-yard touchdown run for King Miller, his 6th of the year, and the Trojans have the lead over Brother Bruin.
And when he scored, I walked past the UCLA sideline, and they were dead quiet, and I'm like, oh, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
What? Because they got the ball, and they went 3 and out.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's going to get ugly, and no.
But then the tide turned. SC got the ball back. There was a blocked field goal. UCLA all of a sudden started moving the ball. They were running it well. Ended up tying up the game 7-7. Ended up taking the lead.
We missed a field goal
to 7. I was really surprised, and I don't know about you. I was really surprised at the end of the first half. UCLA had that whole 4th and 1 situation, and there was some confusion about the clock. And then they came out there. They tried to draw SC offsides. I thought they were going to go for it. I was like, this is where you go for it, right? In this kind of, you got nothing to lose, everything to win here. Get in the end zone. If it had been 14-7 at the half, I'm not saying that things would have turned out differently, but I just thought right there, 4th and 1, you were moving the ball well, winning the line of scrimmage. I thought go for it, but they kick a field goal, so it was 10-7 at the half. USC was looking to turn things around in the second half. Got off to kind of a slow start in the third quarter, but the defense helped turn the tide.
3rd and 5. Crowd roaring for the first time in a while. Now they got him. Iamaleava goes down. Jide Abasiri with the sack. Straight up the middle. First one suffered by Iamaleava, and they'll have to punt it, I think, with a 4th and 12 or 13. They can't afford to give the Trojans the ball here at the 40-yard line, I wouldn't think. That is the 3rd sack of the year for Abasiri.
And today was one of the few times we saw the USC defense get after the quarterback naturally without having to send extra defenders and leave DBs and cover 0. And we did do that at times, but today we got consistent pressure. We're just sending 4 and 5. And when you can do that, you're most likely going to be successful.
I felt like we got the pressure, but Nico was able to sneak away from it in the first half, and then second half we got to him a bit more. So at that point, it was still late in the third quarter. Trojans stop UCLA on a 3rd and 5, and then go on a long drive, and I felt like this changed the game. Jaden Mayava finding Makai Lemon for a touchdown to give USC a 14-10 lead.
Lemon wide to the right side. Lions over that way as well. The fake to Jackson. The throw down the right side. Looking for Lemon in the end zone. He's got it. Flag is down. It's a touchdown USC. And the Trojans have the lead. But let's see what the penalty marker is going to be at the 9-yard line. Interference on who is the question. It's against UCLA. Trojans have scored, and a 33-yard touchdown pass gives USC the lead. How do you do?
Number 21, the penalties decline. Result of play is a touchdown.
I think it's pretty impressive how Makai's not a big guy, but he wins a ton of jump balls, like 50-50 balls down the field. He just knows how to come down with it. And there was PI on the play.
Well, I thought that one, too, is just UCLA's guy kind of overran it. Makai slowed up nicely and was there, and that's going to be our game-changing moment of the game, presented by Cookies, proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics, because obviously USC did not trail the rest of the way. But I think we were just talking about it, watching here in the studio, like, where's Makai? I mean, he didn't play in the first quarter. Would you believe that was his only catch of the game? He had one reception. I'm looking at the stats right now. One catch.
Oh, that reverse was a reverse.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm.
One catch, one rushing attempt. But, we saw Mayava throw it up for him, and it worked out. Trojans led 14-10. Then, early in the fourth quarter, Lemon helping a little bit more. Trojans getting a stop, UCLA punting it away, and Makai with a nice return to put USC in good field position.
Carroll, the Aussie punter, transfer from Tulane, kicking again for UCLA. The snapper, Salam Abdullah, gets it back to him, and he angles over to the right side, kicks it away to Lemon, who does not fair catch at the 8, steps up to the 15, outside to the 20, at the 25 and up the sideline to the 30, and Makai Lemon dives over the punter to the 44-yard line. Makai Lemon with a big special teams play for USC, and a first down for the Trojans, already leading 14-10.
I'm not the biggest fan of Makai jumping over people and doing a Saquon 360 while doing it, and I was just thinking about, don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. So, but hey, it's a nice play.
Trojans would cash it in just a few minutes later as Jaden Mayava found Lake McCree in the end zone.
Out of the pistol now. 2nd and goal at the 1.5. Motion for Lemon. But the handoff, no, it's going to be a throw, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Lake McCree, the senior on senior day. How do you do? The Trojans score.
I personally never got to experience a senior day, so I'm glad Lake got to score on senior day. I'm sure that's a great moment.
And then we'll give the king his crown for it, who I think was the player of the game. King Miller finishing off the scoring, putting SC up, putting SC up by 3 scores.
King Miller gets open, down the sideline, to the 10, to the 5. Take no prisoners. Touchdown USC. Raise the red flag indeed. Bring on the horse. 41 yards for the king of the Trojans.
So I think at that point we were up 11, and we scored the 6. And that's what I'm like. I said we're going to score and go for 2, but we had no business. We did not need to go for 2. Scariest conversion ever.
That was like a senior day type of deal,
I
right?
would have been livid. I would have been so upset if that's how I lost this bet to Greg, because we went for 2 just because.
Well, hey, 29-10, the final score. Those were our game highlights presented by Ontario International Airport. Trojan fans, you can swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae Monday through Friday. For more info, go to lazydogrestaurants.com. All right, just getting started here on Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo, 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN is the number. Give us a call. Let's hear what you think about the Trojans taking down UCLA 29-10, finishing up the regular season at 9-3. All that coming up when we come back here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2025 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member, FDIC.
Cleans, racing all the way. Oh, what fun it is to drive when an Audi leads the way. What fun it is to drive along in an Audi every day.
Drive performance all the way home. Celebrate the season of Audi at your local Audi dealer.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojan fans, introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit. Celaya Tequila. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens about to take your phone calls. USC beating UCLA tonight at the Coliseum 29-10, the final score. Snapping the stretch in this rivalry of 5 straight road teams getting a win. 5 straight road teams getting the win. So that means that if UCLA does leave the Rose Bowl, they will not, the last time what they will have beaten SC at the Rose Bowl was last decade.
That might have been 2014?
Well, I don't know if it was that long ago, but no offense. But no, I think SC got him the last 2 times at the Rose Bowl. Corey Foreman.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Pick.
Corey Foreman.
Game winning pick.
Wrong place, right time.
Amy. Yeah, he didn't run the right play. He lucked into a pig.
All right. Well, hey, 877-710-ESPN is our number. 877-710-3776. Let's get to the callers, and what do you say we get it started with our Helen of Troy? Helen in Texas. First of all, Helen, hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and hope you're thankful for a USC win over UCLA tonight. How you feeling?
Yes, but I am kind of sick, but it doesn't stop me from watching the game.
What do you got going on, Helen?
I woke up with sneezing and, whatever, that stuff that all happens at this time. But after I talk to you guys, I'm just going to pass out in my bed. Anyhow, it was questionable until the fourth quarter. However, the big kahuna's talent was evident. And King, isn't he amazing? He runs straight for a touchdown, and he literally made our year with what happened with Eli and Waymo. We're very, very grateful to that young man. And Makai, the heart of our team, never disappoints with his touchdown. And his his punt return changed the momentum of the game. Otherwise, we were kind of in the doldrums. You notice what I'm saying? Kind of like going through the motions, but no spirit. And then Mekhi is the heart of the team, and he just struck up everything. So we had 4 sacks, but I think I missed a guy, Avatari, Shelley, and I think a Darren Stewart each had half, but I missed somebody because I know there were 4 because I was excited. You know, I pay attention to that. And it was nice to have no losses at home. And the bell, it's staying right where it belongs. And you all mentioned already the continued lacking of defense. If the defense was consistent in menacing, we would be going to a playoff. Hopefully it will improve next year, but things have to change and people have to believe in having a consistent menacing defense. You have to really want it. On the side note, I heard about the Rose Bowl. They can't stop playing there. Look how nice. Why don't they just renovate it? Look how nice the Coliseum turned out. That's the granddaddy, like Sue said. And so I want to wish you guys both a blessed Christmas and the most prosperous New Year. And Sue, my husband said to tell you that you won your bet, so you don't have to. I don't know where he heard this.
Yeah,
you don't have to wear someone's clothes.
He's right.
And so you're handing somebody their clothes for a week or something.
Yeah, we stripping Greg butt booty naked, and we putting him into some SC gear for 7 days, and then I'm burning it.
Okay, make it the ones with the big S, not the little.
I might just go on Amazon and find an adult onesie with a little patch on the cheeks on the backside.
Yeah, make it the ones with the giant SC on the front. You know what I'm saying? So make it so it's not unheard of. So
we got you, Helen. We got you.
We hope you feel better. Happy Thanksgiving.
And by the way, Helen, we had the sacks for the Trojans today. Abasiri, Shelby, and Walker all had solo, and then Abasiri and Stewart shared one. So 4 sacks total for the Trojan defense. And then I think to Helen's point about Mekhi Lemon's punt return changing the game, I thought there were a few plays in that second half that UCLA just kind of started showing their true colors. I mean, it's not a very good football team. They were in it, but right, a lot of times when you get a team like that's hanging in a game like this, you get some cracks along the way, and then all of a sudden, the flood breaks loose. And I thought Mekhi's punt return was one of those. They had some really bad penalties at the line of scrimmage, delay of games, false starts.
UCLA did not look like a very well ran.
I think they shut me up.
And they also on a critical drive, 2 drop passes down the field that were really big. I thought helped turn the momentum towards USC.
Yeah, easy catches too.
But hey, Helen, Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you have a great holidays, and I think we'll probably talk to you before the new year. But thanks as always for the call. Let's get to another phone call here before a break. Let's go to Taylor right here in LA. Taylor, what's going on here on Trojans Wrap Up?
Hey guys, how are you? It's exciting to see the season end this way. The beginning of the year, Vegas called a 7.5 game over/under. We got 9-3. I think we're heading in the right direction. I think Lincoln Riley's doing a great job at creating a team that's going to compete nationally. The thing that I'm really fascinated by, and I'd love your feedback on this, what happens in this new era of NIL to Hussein Longstreet? What happens to a guy like that, or some of our backup receivers, et cetera, that we need to keep in-house to build a long-term team here, but where the portal's coming open here pretty soon, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe we know who our quarterback's going to be next year. And so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
Do you want to hear the real answer, or you want to hear like what SC
I want to hear the real answer.
You always keep it real, Sua. It's your trademark.
I believe that if Jaden comes back, you can kiss Hassan Longstreet goodbye. I think it's as simple as that. I mean, if you're a 5-star quarterback and you came to a school, you're with the thought of I'll be playing as a redshirt freshman or at the latest a sophomore, and then the quarterback that had the potential to go first or second round this year is coming back to ensure that next year, what are you doing? And you can't blame the kid.
But that's just the nature of the way the game is these days. I mean, that's just the landscape. There might be a quarterback then that happens to somewhere else that transfers here. I mean, that's just there. What else can you do? I mean, if you're Lincoln Riley and Longstreet's going to give you that kind of ultimatum, like your hands are tied.
There's nothing you can do unless you have a check that can be like, hey, here's a starting NIL check to just keep you here to ensure our future. And to be honest, there are schools that are able to do that. We're seeing LSU drop $250 million in a snap of a finger to get the coach they want, the roster they want, and to see the changes they want. Like,
speaking of that, we're still being held hostage by Lane Kiffin right now on what this decision is going to be.
Yeah,
it was supposed to come this afternoon.
Monday.
No, they said this afternoon it was going to come.
I thought you said after the game he's going to meet with his AD and
today.
I thought
Monday. I heard there was a decision coming today. That ESPN reporter's been holed up in the Ole Miss football facility all day. Like, they won't let him out. It's like, sorry, you can't go home. Taylor, thanks for the call, man, and the positive vibes there. Obviously, yes, an improvement for SC this year, and exceeding Vegas's expectations, no doubt. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776 is our phone number. Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. We got to take a break here. We'll get to more of your calls when we return. Trojans beat the Bruins 29-10. And you're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Ralph's, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Ralph's, serving SoCal for over 150 years.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojan fans, you can listen to USC Football and all the biggest college football and college basketball games on the TuneIn app, free internet radio. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo, our final show of the regular season, as the Trojans wrap up the regular season with a 29-10 win over UCLA at the Coliseum. Trojans are 9-3, and during the break just now, Sue and I are just talking about next year's schedule, and talking about, hey, like this year's SC team improved over last year's team. There's no doubt about it. They improved record wise. You could see they were a better team on the field. They won close games this year. They didn't put together a lot of complete games, but they played good second halves and they won. But I mean, you're looking at a schedule next year that even some of the best teams out there, you got to wonder if you can avoid 2-3 losses. We're talking at Indiana, at Penn State, and then at home you're looking at Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, and Notre Dame. I mean,
you gotta get your big boy pants. Get your big boy pants on.
Well,
it's not gonna be friendly confines.
I mean, hopefully an improved SC team. Again, I mean, you can see sometimes, right? Like we know. I mean, we talked about it last week with the Oregon game. Like when you lose a game, but you still play well. You're just going, head to head, and you're right there with the best teams out there. And obviously, we didn't see that last week against Oregon. So hopefully that just leads to if there are some losses on the schedule, hopefully they're losses that
I don't think anybody goes
they are
undefeated.
losses that we can all be proud of. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN is our number here for Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. And let's go out to the East Coast. Our good friend Mitch in Jersey, a.k.a. Wayne Mulholland on the internet. Mitch, what's going on, man? Happy Thanksgiving, Mitch.
What's happening, Jason Sue? Happy holidays. Fight on.
Fight on, Mitch.
It's a win-ugly game. Offense didn't kind of pick up to the third quarter, maybe the middle of the third quarter. But King and McKay, I know he didn't have the whole game, but he made a few plays that was just good enough. And you can see our defense wanted for us tonight. And this game is gone to 2 games. I know it's the bad thing about living on the East Coast. It's exhausting. I wish it started the game right around dinner time.
It's not too bad for you. It started at 7:30 tonight, Mitch. I mean, that's almost the best case scenario for you.
But the kickover thing wasn't like the quarter 8. They got to do all these, a little more dancing, little shenanigans here.
Right,
it should be 6 o'clock. All right, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, get up early, grab you a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a coffee, and you'll be all right for the games in the morning.
Yeah, I drink too much coffee. As you probably could tell, I shouldn't drink coffee at all, but that's a story for another game. We're also getting that quarterback, Jones. I think Miami's probably going to leave. He's probably going to go for the money. So that we could be able to keep Longstreet. Who's saying Longstreet? Because don't we have an incoming freshman? I believe his name is Jonas Williams. He's supposed to be good too, 4-star. He's a 4-star or 5-star. I forgot.
I think Miami's going to come back. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, no, we don't.
Well, there's also money in coming back now. That's a thing too.
He immediately becomes one of the favorites to be drafted in the first round next year too.
And right now, the top recruiting class in the country.
Yeah, I think he might be coming back.
Mitch, you still there?
Yeah, I know this phone. I know I'm about to get a new phone. I keep going to a new phone because there's always something that gets me.
Gotta get rid of the
dumbfounds me.
That maybe you passed out on us.
Oh, this phone's too. Anyway,
right.
King was great. So King, I think has been our best running back. I think in 5 years.
I don't know, Mitch. We've had some really good running backs the last few years. That's not taking anything away from King Miller, but every year SC's been putting a really good back out there.
I know we lost 3 last year. Actually, I think it was 3. 2 transfer.
Woody Marks, Dye. I mean, it's been a nice run. But yeah, and no doubt, he's been great this year.
I've known get guys for 3 years. Anyway, due to my phone problems, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'll talk to you hopefully because my grandson's due December 26th. Alamo Bowl. I think I can make it. If not, have a nice Christmas. Have a safe New Year. Don't work too much there, Mr. Sewer. And enjoy your baseball. Enjoy your baseball calling. Vince Scully.
Hey, thanks, Mitch. Yeah, Sewer, hardest working guy in sports media. All right, Mitch, have a good one, man.
What is it?
By the way, Marty Smith is the ESPN reporter who has been on site at the Ole Miss facility all day. And I just saw a clip from SportsCenter they posted 30 minutes ago where Marty Smith's still there. I was watching him making those reports at 10 a.m. this morning, and he's still there wearing the same suit, same tie, everything. And he's just like, I just texted Lane Kiffin to see if there was going to be a result, a decision tonight, and he just said he hasn't responded yet.
Okay.
Kiffin's like sleeping like a baby.
Not happening until tomorrow.
Mitch, thanks for the call, man, and happy holidays to you. I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk to you after SC's bowl game. All right, next caller, we got Nick out in Dallas. Nick, welcome back to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Nick. Happy Thanksgiving.
I just want to say 9-3, and it was good. I'll say it's a solid, good season. I thought Helen made a great point. Defense just needs to be consistent. It still needs some work to do with those defensive plays. I mean, some plays on defense. I think there's one play, it's like 3rd and 21, and they allowed a first down. I think they dropped 8, and only 3 were rushing. Just plays like that, they just can't let happen. But overall, I think it was a good, solid season. I'm going to miss Malachi Lemon, Nate McCree. I don't know if Jacoby's leaving or not, but I'm going to miss some of those offensive players. And, I'm looking forward to next year. It's going to be a brutal schedule, but I think going into 2026, we'll be okay. But I think it's just the defense that I'm looking forward to for next season, that there's going to be the progress. And I think we're turning that corner. And Sue, before I go, I just want to hear your take on what's the one word you would say towards USC season, 9-3, 2 close losses, and 3 losses, but you could probably say 2 of the 3 they probably should have won. But I just wanted to hear your take on the word that you would take on USC season, and let's get ready for the Alamo Bowl and fight on. But I'm looking forward to next season. And
fight on, Nick.
And happy holidays.
I would say decent because I thought 9-3 would be their ceiling. Maybe even 10-2. I think you can get that Illinois game back, but I would say they had a decent season. They are better than what they've been, but this is still not anything that we haven't seen before. The best season Lincoln Riley's had with USC was year 1. It's an 11-win season that ended not even with a New Year's Six bowl and a loss to Tulane. So there hasn't been a complete season that's been, okay, regular season check, bowl season check, and until we see that, I'm not going to be satisfied. I think next year's playoff or bust, and I think that's a fair assessment given it's going to be, year 5 now? Mm-hmm. So at that point.
But how do you, we've just been talking about the gauntlet, the schedule. Like, how do you square the schedule with what your expectations need to be, rightfully so, in year 5?
It's hard because I don't think anybody in the country would go undefeated with USC's schedule. So I'm like, them losing to Ohio State, is that going to keep them out the playoff? No. Them losing to Indiana, depending on if Indiana is the same team, if they lose to them, I don't think that hurts them. But now, you cannot lose another game. You have to play Oregon. Like, that's your make or break game now, because at that point, it's like, okay, if you haven't beat Ohio State and Indiana, the 2 guaranteed playoff teams, and then you lose to Oregon in like a 21-point loss, it's like you're not a playoff team. So even if you finished 8-4 that year, it's like same thing we always see, just not there.
Yeah. Look, I think, kind of going back to what I was saying when we were talking about the schedule a moment ago, it's sort of an eye test thing, right? It's like, yeah, you see the record, but there's an eye test that is involved when you're watching these games. It's how you're losing these games, how you're winning these games. USC improved this year. They have a better record than they had last year. They're 9-3. But, it was a successful season in that they improved from where they were. But just eye testing the whole season, are they where they want to be or even where they should be in year 4 with Lincoln Riley? I'm probably not quite there just yet. Again, not a lot of games this year where they won. What was the best win this year, start to finish? I think the Michigan win?
Michigan.
Not a lot of games this year, right, where, outside of the cookies in the first, few weeks of the season, where it was like start to finish just a full game, a complete game, again, there were games they started slow. There were mistakes. There was this and that, and that's going to come. But I think next year there's going to be, depending on what happens with that gauntlet of a schedule, it's going to be a lot of eye test.
Yeah, it'll be tough. It's going to be tough. It's unfortunate, too, because it's not necessarily Lincoln's fault that where you might have the number 1 schedule in the country next year. But
no,
it is what it is. It's what you signed up for.
That's what happens. And hey, that's how it should be. for SC or any team who is striving to be at the top of the sport.
I think if you go 10-2 with that schedule, though, you're a guaranteed playoff lock.
No, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, look, SC at 10-2, if they had won last week. I mean, if SC is 10-2 right now with a win over Illinois and losses to Notre Dame and Oregon, are they a playoff team?
Playoff lock.
Playoff lock.
Playoff lock. Yeah, your 2 losses are the top 5 teams in the country.
Nick, as always, thanks for the call, man. Let's get to another break here. Then we'll get to some more phone calls. But before we take a break, I want to remind you that Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast style IPA, crisp, light-bodied, and packed with hoppy flavor. Located at find.stonebrewing.com. All right, a break here. More calls when we come back, 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Marquette King, punter.
You ever do this on the tailgate show? When they come back from break?
Of course not. Come on, you think they can let me be me on that show?
Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today. Fight on. Trojans beat the Bruins at the Coliseum 29-10. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens with you, taking your phone calls. 877-710-3776. 877-710-ESPN is the number. By the way, I guess the quote in the post-game press conference about Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane was just that there was a violation of team policy, and that's why the team's 2 top receivers did not play the first quarter tonight. What I mean,
normally that means one thing, and it's not for me to say. So I have a feeling I know what happened. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Interesting.
You ever violate team policy?
Of course not. Of course. Me? No. I was 100% locked in bed and at 8 o'clock, ready to go, locked in for the game.
I can't help but think, like, what if SC was 9-2, playing tonight for a playoff spot? Like, are they missing the first quarter?
No. No, they're not.
That was definitely jarring to see. But yeah, that's the
Took
word.
a page out of the Cowboys book, did we?
Anyway, 877-710-3776 is the number to call. Let's get back to the phones. We've got Pam. Pam in Temple City. What's up, Pam? Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Thank you. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too, Pam.
Thank you. Excuse me. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. First of all, I hope you don't mind. I'd like to congratulate the men's basketball for their Maui Invitational trip.
Off to a great start.
Oh, I'm so happy. As far as USC, I don't know how much we won tonight and how much UCLA lost, but this all comes down to discipline. Here we go, talking about disciplinary violations. It's all about the discipline, and what it comes down to is they don't respect our coach, and I don't know that I do either, but he's in, his pay grade is above his ability, and I don't see next year being any different than this year, maybe worse. And if he's still dealing with these disciplinary problems, it's very discouraging because by this time he either has them or he doesn't, and I don't think he does. I don't know who's going to leave and who's going to stay. I'm happy that we have the victory bell and that we were able to beat them, but when we're going to keep getting off to these slow starts in every game, I don't know how next year is going to be any better because he hasn't seemed to found the solution for that. And I don't know. I'm not sure what is wrong with me, but I should be happier about this win. But there's just something about it that, like I say, I'm not sure how much of it we gave. We let them give us by the UCLA's difficulty.
Pam, I think it's fair to have come out of that game, hoping for and wanting a more complete game and a more complete win. I think if that's what you're getting at, I think that's fair. You don't need to beat yourself up on that. Yeah, at the end of the day, just great to be the team on top against UCLA, of course.
Yesterday, and he said on the interview, well, I'm going to go home and pray about it, and I'll have it answered by tomorrow or the next day. That was an exact quote right from the source. So apparently he's not done praying yet. So I won't keep you, but I really hope you guys have a blessed Christmas, and I really appreciate that you say Christmas because so many people don't anymore. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you after hopefully a win at the bowl game.
All right, Pam. Thanks for giving us a call, as always.
We're gonna play Utah in the bowl game.
Is that the word? I saw Houston was also a possibility. Alamo Bowl against Houston.
I know it's for sure the Alamo Bowl.
Right, December 30th. It's for sure the Alamo Bowl.
For sure the Alamo Bowl.
For sure the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, I was told today it's a lock.
It's a lock. Do a Cravens.
What is that?
Well, yeah, you were told today it's a lock. Now you're telling everyone it's a lock.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to make the splash like you heard it here first.
Well,
I'm just saying. I was told. I'm telling you, my friend, who I've been working with in this business for the last few years. Hey, we're going to be working for the Alamo Bowl that weekend.
It's a lock. Yeah,
it's a lock.
I'm just saying.
You're
I'm just repeating you.
Super Cravens.
I'm telling that you're telling the people. Like now you're everyone else's source. All right, let's go to Seattle. We got Rod waiting in Seattle. Rod, what's going on? You're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Rod, what's up?
I don't know if I missed Helen of Troy tonight.
You did. She's always first.
Yeah, she was probably pretty depressed. With the same number of first downs, 21-20, and only 130 yards rushing to their 108. I think we only won because we had 3.5 yards more passes. My question for you tonight is, Ryder's been here for the fourth year, and do you think that he's capable of getting these guys to ever put together 4 quarters?
I mean, it's kind of what we've been talking about, Rod. I mean, I think he is, and I think we've seen it, but yeah, you'd like to see it more consistently.
Well, I mean, when it counted, not and externalities and crazy penalties notwithstanding, and we all know that we fed Oregon the margin of victory up there in Eugene. If we put 4 quarters together, we could have had that one too. And it just doesn't seem to happen. And I'm just wondering if you think that he has what it takes. I don't know what's standing in the gap here and what makes the difference.
I mean, I don't know what answer you're looking for as far as it goes with Lincoln. I mean, right now, I don't think it matters what Lincoln has to say. We just are not good enough at certain positions or have the depth at a number of positions to go blow for blow with a ton of these elite teams week in and week out. It's a part of being in the Big Ten. It's why we're losing these games that we shouldn't be losing and not finishing games we should be finishing because injuries play a part of it. Going on the road plays a part in it. The maturity of these kids and being able to handle this schedule and the pressure and the travel all plays a part. There's a human element to all of this. So it's not just on Lincoln. It's on everybody involved. Apparently, people were sick in the Illinois game. Apparently, half of our team was injured when we played Notre Dame, and same for Oregon. So not to make excuses, there's just a ton of factors that go into playing a complete game, not just from the coaching staff. So that's why I'm like, I don't know exactly what you want me to say. I'm not going to pile on Lincoln. I think I have my fair share of critical takes about Lincoln, but today I don't think it's time for one of them.
What you have to do. I'm not a Husky. I'm a Trojan, 2 degrees, worked for Robinson in video stats and all that good stuff. I just am waiting for a coach to come along like Pete Carroll did and motivate the guys to play 4 quarters. And if we could just get them to play, I mean, they have good halves. They have good first or second halves, but if they put 4 quarters together, we could be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Rod. No, I you're right, Rod. I think that's why the team's working under Lincoln, and I don't think anybody there will say to you that they are exactly where they want to be or need to be. Right? I think that they're looking at this year as a year where things improved, and they know next year's a big year where more improvement will be expected. Obviously, you're hoping for the Pete Carroll years, and it's hard to get there and stay there consistently, but that's what everyone's striving for, and I think the team is obviously working towards that goal. So appreciate the call, Rod. Let's go to James in Santa Clarita. James, what's going on? Welcome back to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, guys. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Thank you for taking my call. Definitely was at the game, working the game. And it was a great first half, not by any means. I mean, other than the opening drive. A little nervous when, you go into halftime only, 10-7. Like, woof. They really need – but then again, it's a tale of 2 halves. The second half was, so much better, and they're able to shut them out, and they got nothing. So I think it was definitely a step in the right direction. Everybody was working hard and playing well. So things worked out really well. And if they're all going to go to, the Alamo Bowl? It's kind of hoping for the Holiday Bowl, but I guess, hey, we'll get what we get.
No trips to San Antonio in your future?
Yeah, no. I can't do the Alamo. But hey, I want to wish you both a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thank you for what you guys do. You guys are always great every year.
Oh, wow, appreciate that.
Hey, appreciate you.
We're finishing another season. What's this, year 5? Year 5?
4? I think 4.
Started 2020? No.
You and me?
Because I wasn't doing the post-game show in 2020. I was just doing the pre-game show. Yeah.
I was splitting time with you and Max Brown that first year. Hey, thanks for the call and the words, man. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again after the bowl game. Let's take another break here. Trojans beat UCLA 29-10. You're listening to Trojans Wrap Up presented by Modelo. Our number is 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. 2 more segments, and then we'll wrap things up here for good. Again, Trojans get the win over the Bruins tonight, 21-10. We'll be back on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Quattro cleans, racing all the way. Oh, what fun it is to drive when an Audi leads the way. What fun it is to drive along in an Audi every day.
Drive performance all the way home. Celebrate the season of Audi at your local Audi dealer.
USC Credit Union team, huddle up. Maria wants a new sedan, and we're the team to get it for her. Tommy, what are the specs?
Blue, 4-door, electric. She likes the safety features and fuel savings.
Great, because at USC Credit Union, she can get a discount for an EV. Plus, our auto loans already have great rates and flexible terms. All right, team, let's get her approved on 2 great rates.
Buy or refi at USC Credit Union, with or without football references. Visit usccreditunion.org and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's, you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens back with you. Getting some late callers here on the show. 2 segments left on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. USC beats UCLA tonight 29-10. And let's get right back to the phone lines then. Let's go to Eddie. Eddie, what's going on, man? You're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Heading back from the game. I have a question. I hear you guys talking about the schedule next year. Looking back at our schedule this year, I kind of feel like in the beginning we thought like, oh, it'd be a gauntlet, it would be this, it'd be that. But looking and reflecting to next year, I think this is really a gauntlet next year. Now, some of the teams we played, like Illinois, looked really strong, and then they kind of tapered off. Notre Dame was kind of weak in the beginning. Now they're looking better. They look like a playoff team. We lost there. Oregon, obviously, playoff team. What is the real expectation for next year? So that's my question. And then
the real expectation as far as like wins and losses, or
correct. Like, because we can't. Hearing to last week when we lost to Oregon. And hearing Sua talk and stuff, we're not really there. We don't really seem like the top team. We seem like a top 25 team, but not a top 10, maybe top 5 team. We don't seem like that. So my thing is, a nice recruiting class is coming in, but do we have enough to turn it around in year 5? Because I don't think we. I mean, everybody's saying it, and I stand firm. I don't think Lincoln Riley has much more wiggle room in year 5.
All right,
so.
Yeah, Eddie.
I know it's playoff and bust, but is it like maybe jobs on the line? Like, what? Because I honestly, we had a great second half.
I think it's just the nature of the business, Eddie. Jobs kind of always on the line, right? And especially at a program with high expectations like USC, jobs always on the line. You always got to be showing improvement and that you're moving in the right direction. And, the schedule notwithstanding, there are expectations that come with a job at a school like this, at a program like this, with these expectations. And so, no matter who you're playing, you gotta keep improving. And I think that's going to be the expectation.
So with the schedule now that we now see coming for next year, I don't know. Do you think I don't even know if 9-3 is a good ceiling because. I mean, I heard Sua say 10-2. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, because that's improving. I mean, that's improved, right? I mean, yes, you're right. Like this team this year with that schedule, I'm not sure we're 9-3 at this point in the season. But next year's next year. We don't know how things are going to shake out. I mean, we hope guys improve. We hope guys develop. We hope there are good guys who join the program through the transfer portal. Like you mentioned, top recruiting class. Like we've seen, especially recently in college football, like things can change a lot year to year. And I think that also comes into play when it comes to the expectations, which we see programs turn things around in really short order, 1 year, 2 years. So we don't know right now where we're going to be and how we're going to stack up against that schedule. We know that we improved from last year to this year, and the expectation is going to be to continue to improve next year. And I think that's really all we can say about it for now. Always appreciate you, Eddie. Fight on, man. Any thoughts on that or on to it? Let's go to Greg in Lawndale. Greg, what's going on, man? You're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hello.
What's up, Greg?
I was just contemplating the whole situation of college football with all these big games at the end of the year and stuff. And I'm all for these young athletes getting compensated. They bring in so much money to the universities, and they needed to be compensated. But I think my issue is some colleges, universities have so much more of a honeypot to spread that allows them to get more talent versus, like, my main thing is I'm a USC fan, right? But, like, tonight's game, UCLA is a shell of, I don't even know what. Now it's like, it's an instant loss every year for them that they can't get over this NIL hump where everybody else has maybe more money and maybe pick better guys to come in. But the disparity from the top and the bottom is getting larger through this NIL thing when it used to be a little closer. And, I think it's just the attitude of the athletes.
I don't know. Is that true though? Is that really the case? I mean, I think UCLA is just down bad right now, but I think we also see that it's an opportunity for some programs who play their cards right to get into the mix when we don't usually see them in there. I mean, I just think UCLA is an example. They're having a really hard time with football right now. The results just aren't there. But I don't know if they specifically are an example of a growing problem across college football.
Well, they're already implementing a rule, like basically a salary cap for all these colleges anyways, and that's not going to work because all these colleges that were doing it before him will just go back to what they were doing, and it's paying under the table. So, okay, we'll use whatever budget that's within the parameters of the rules, and we'll have somebody pay under the table like what was happening already. So there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for the call. Let's get to Keith out in Irvine. Keith, you're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Yeah, hey, gentlemen, great show as always.
Thank you, Keith.
I do want to say, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, great show as always. I do want to say that I ran into both of you guys today, I think. I saw Sua. I said, hey, Sua, I'm calling into a show tonight. I'm section 117, row 1. I told him I was going to give my fair assessment. And I think I saw Jay. I think I saw you with your beautiful girl, man. I don't know if it's your fiance, but whoever I saw you with, bro, she was beautiful.
Where do you think you saw us? Where was this, Keith?
Hey, honestly, I'm not a snitch. So
no, Keith. I'm just
why are you blushing so hard?
I just want to know where Keith thinks he saw us.
I'm just saying you're a bright pig.
You're a handsome guy, dude. Everyone knows who you are, dude. You're a handsome guy, but she, Wow.
What is it, Keith? I was not at the Coliseum today, Keith.
Were you spotted in Studio City?
I was not at the game today, Keith. I don't think. It sounds like a great situation for me, but I think you saw
Keith,
someone else.
But
I appreciate you, man. But I think you saw somebody else, man. I was not at the Coliseum today.
Look, dude. Hey, maybe I had too many Coors Lights. All I'm gonna say is, look, we're fine, dude. Look, Vegas. I'm flying there tomorrow to pick up my paycheck because I bet on the over of wins. Vegas did not think we're going to have such a good season. You know what? And they were wrong. I knew we would, so I leveraged my entire life on it. I'm going to finally cash out tomorrow. Last thing I want to say is next year we're looking great. Mayava comes back, third year in the offense. Offensive line, fucking one of the best in the country. Excuse my language. Sorry, YouTube. Receiver, Chad is going to pull a dog out of the transfer portal.
How many Coors Lights are we talking? How many Coors Lights?
14.
I feel like Sark's the head coach again.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited. It was, everyone's like, it's a rough first half. Yeah, it was. And that's why it pounded 10 more Coors. Either way, guys, next year we're looking good. I think we're strong. And I see 10-2 like Sua says. I'll take the rest of the call to air. Happy holidays. For all you Trojan fans out there, we are SC, baby.
What a great call. Hey, you were with a dime, huh?
Look at that.
You had a little something on your...
helping the reputation.
You had a little something on your arm today?
No, I was not. It was not.
Had a
me,
little
man.
work with
that
you.
That was not me. I'm curious to know who it was, though. I'm curious to know who it was.
Shit with you.
Hey, thanks for the call. We got to pause 10 seconds. I need 10 seconds. Got to pause 10 seconds for station ID here across the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
All right, let's go one more call before our final break. Let's get out to Connor in Huntington Beach. Connor, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Connor.
I've been going to the game since I was a little kid. I live out in Denver. This was the only game that I could catch this year. I'm very, very grateful that I got to be out there today. And I had a little girl born in March, and it was her first game today, and she got to go out to sit in the front row with me, and it was really special. And it would have been a completely different drive home tonight if we had lost. So I have to say I'm very, very grateful for the win. I always want to beat the Bruins. But I have to say that going into this next year, guys, that I think it's next year or nothing for Lincoln. And I don't want to be harsh. I think that he's a great offensive coach. But in this college football, the way it is today, it's not enough to just be a great offensive coach. You have to play great defense, and we just have not seen it through this era. And that's the difference. But we also, it was special teams, that cost us this year. It was clock management that cost us this year, especially against Illinois. And, as much as I enjoy great offensive football, I enjoy winning and going to the playoffs even more. And so for me, I just think that you have the number one recruiting class coming in next year. If you lose Danton Lynn, you need to bring in someone better who can play good defensive football. Because if you can't play good defense in this conference, you are never going to make it to the playoffs. And that's just the way I feel about it. I really appreciated the win tonight. I appreciated the fact that we are, we can be a 10-3 team at the end of the year. I think that is improvement. But, there's no excuses when it's a 12 playoff system. And you can make the playoffs. And once you make the playoffs, it's anyone can win. Okay? So I really think just expect this next year. This time next year, if we are talking about the fact that we are not in the playoffs this time next year, watch people calling for Carson Palmer to be the head coach. Watch people calling for anyone to be the head coach because we are sick and tired of not being in the playoffs.
Shout out Carson
And
Palmer.
so
Big win last night for head coach Carson
yeah,
Palmer.
Watch them calling for anyone who can get us to the promised land.
All right,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah, loud
You
and
know?
clear, man. And awesome that you got to have that special experience at the Coliseum tonight with your daughter. That's super cool, man.
Yeah, I really love you guys, and I appreciate the app that I can listen to out in Denver. I like listening to you guys at the end of the games. You know, I'm a cop, and I watch the games, but I like to listen to the games while I work. And so it's really special for me that I get to speak to you guys on the last game of the season before the bowl game. But, you know, this program deserves to be in the playoffs now that it's a 12th playoff team. We are an elite program, and we deserve to be there. And so I appreciate what you guys do, and thank you for
man. Heck
having
yeah.
us be our drive home.
Thanks for the call, man, and give us a call again. We'll talk to you on another show for sure. All right, we got one last break to get to. Then we got one final segment, maybe one more call or two. 877-710-3776 is the number. We got to name our Arco top-tier performance of the game, and then we'll sign things off here from our ESPN LA studios. So you're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. To build a championship team, you don't just look at what you've got. You have to realize the potential of each recruit, transfer, and prospect. Only by seeing the potential of one player do you make the team its strongest. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
All right, last segment here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens with you after the Trojans beat UCLA 29-10. And the Trojans 9-3 to finish the regular season. A bowl game coming up, the Alamo Bowl, according to our source, Sua Cravens. It's a lock.
Okay,
but that is what that's been what we've been talking about for a while now. That's a possibility there. So we'll see. All right, looks like we got one more caller to get to. Let's go to Lee out in Orange County. Lee, what's going on? You're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hi, guys. Let's see. I want to thank you guys, first off, for maintaining a level head with all of the callers, some of the naysayers out there. One of the things people have been talking about is, we're not putting together all of our quarters, all of our halves. Well, that's true, but they seem to forget that the main coach that they point to as how to do it right is Pete Carroll. And I can remember the Pete Carroll, Norm Chow era, we had a lot of second-half turnarounds where we were saying, oh, yeah, we're a second-half team, and, we changed it up and did better in the second half. And I would say a good majority of our games, we played worse in the first half than we did in the second half. So I wouldn't, say the end of the world is near because we haven't put together a complete game at all times, especially if we're using the Pete Carroll era as our benchmark.
I'm not using the Pete Carroll era as our benchmark at all because this is not the same type of landscape of football. This is nowhere near the same. I think if you put Pete Carroll in college football right now, it would not be the same result. These kids are not motivated off of legacy in college, off of who played before them, off of their hometown hero or their favorite team and where they grew up. These kids don't care about none of that.
You don't think he could adapt?
There's nothing to adapt to if you ain't got that check. That's what these kids, at the end of the day, I know people don't want to hear it, but I don't care what people don't want to hear. That's what it is. From an athlete that was living food stamps and not having bread, that is the driving key every single time. If you want to grab if you want to get a recruit that you've got no business getting.
Yeah, but once a recruit arrives, then what? I mean, you still got to motivate them.
Yes,
you still got to scheme. You still got to out-scheme, out-coach, and outplay other teams.
Yes, but it's up to your coaches to develop. But also, you got to, just because you're spending bread on somebody doesn't mean he's a guy. Like, you have to do your due diligence. Stop being lazy and hoping that, he was given a 5th star because he ran fast in underwear at a camp, so let's recruit him. No, do your due diligence and go see who's actually a guy before you waste money on people off of name because they go to a certain high school and they ran fast at a random camp that people are hyping up. Like, that's recruiting these days. It's all hearsay. A lot of these coaches, a lot of bad coaches that are in college football live off of other people's work or relationships of, he's a 4-star, and if I bring him in, it looks good, even though he's not really a 4-star. Like that, all of this goes into it. But one thing's not going to change. Bread. If you got bread, you can always compete.
But again, you gotta beat the other teams who have the bread too.
Yeah, and that's the next step.
Okay,
but you're not competing with.
I'm just saying. Like, you don't think in this day and age, someone like Pete Carroll, like, he could get someone here, and then the next part of it is the motivate.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm saying in a situation where he's got it.
Oh, okay.
You're just saying you don't think his style that worked back 20 years ago would work
so
today?
Different. No, I don't think you can motivate a lot of
What
these
about a guy
kids.
like Dan Lanning? I mean, he's kind of got that style a little bit.
We know what they got over there. we know what they got over there.
I'm just saying, like, he's,
Yeah, but where's the championship?
Well, I mean, but they're in the mix.
Yeah, but if USC was doing what Oregon was doing, they would say, fire the head coach. Where's our national championship? We're USC. This ain't good enough. So this is what I mean. Like, motivate what? At the end of the day, Oregon is balling because Oregon does have good coaches, but on top of that, Oregon got cash and can put 3 5-stars on the bench at one point, as we've seen them do at quarterback and wide receiver and O-line and D-line. Like, it's not a secret. It's just, it is what it is.
I think Lee got more than he bargained for.
I mean, it's just
Lee, you're still there? No, Lee's
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, Lee's still here.
No,
Wow,
he's a trooper.
Lee's
He's
hanging
a trooper.
on.
He's a trooper.
All right, Lee, any final words? You're our last caller of the night.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, he's absolutely right. Pete Carroll today is the same as why Nick Saban got out of this deal. When you're talking NIL, it's a whole different world. And, obviously when Carroll was able to get a guy, he was able to keep a guy. Now they'll bounce in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a whole different world for guys who've been around for a long time. But I mean, if Nick Saban was, Lane Kiffin's age right now, I mean, he wouldn't be getting out because the landscape is changing. He'd be adapting as well.
But Nick Saban definitely got up out of college coaching.
Yeah.
Soon as paying became legal for everyone else, he said, "I'm out of here."
It was time for him. I mean, like, I'm saying, like, if he looked at himself in the mirror, he would have said, like, "Hey, I'm comfortable leaving
just like
right now."
Urban Meyer,
I'm comfortable
when
leaving
he
right
seen Nick Saban coming and taking over the SEC, all of a sudden, hey,
do you want to go home?
My chest is hurting. I gotta
how long?
take a year
how
off.
long you want to stay, Sua?
Oh, hold on. I know. You're not complaining.
We gotta get to our Arco top tier performance of the game. Sua, who do you got tonight?
King Miller. It doesn't matter. We're not going to the playoff. Who's the player of the game? Who do you want to pick?
The Arco top tier performance of the game doesn't. It's still that. It doesn't matter if we're going to the playoff.
Matter. We're not going to the playoff. Like, come on, man.
So there can't be a top tier performer of tonight's
top tier
game.
What we beat UCLA. Cool. You know.
Oh wow! Look at you've changed, man.
Yeah, I have
changed since the start of the
Let's
show.
go home. I'm ready to go.
I mentioned home, and now all right. Well, King Miller, our Arco top tier performance of the game: 17 rushes, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged over 7 yards per carry, and again right next to Mekhi Lemon, I think 1A, 1B for team MVP this season. King Miller was huge. All right. Any final thoughts, Sua?
Another year done. It's crazy how fast
we still
time
got one
flies.
more, though. We still got one more.
Yeah, but like it's over though, you know? Like the year's over.
It did go fast for sure. The final score is presented by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of USC Athletics. Today's final score was USC 29, UCLA 10. I don't know what we got.
You got a freestyle on one of these.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for all their calls. USC's next game, a bowl game. We think the Alamo Bowl, which is on December 30th, but we'll find out for sure in the next few days. Of course, whenever that game is announced, our coverage will begin 2 hours before kick with our Trojan tailgate show. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler. And in studio is Kasim Diakate with Parker Bell producing our YouTube stream and Jose De La Roca on highlights. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Trojans beat UCLA 29-10. They're 9-3 to finish the regular season. This has been Trojans Wrap-Up. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
An exclusive presentation by